Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start tearing the motor down today. Get it to where I can get the heads off. And finally see what the hell happened on the inside of this thing. Got a pretty good idea, but still dying to know. So I'm gonna start here with the intake. You got all these 10mm hex head bolts and one nut on the back of each side. You got two here in the center, one back there, two up front, and then once all your vacuum hoses, obviously mine are already unhooked, but for anyone pulling their intake, that should do it on getting the intake off. And then once the intake's off, so basically all these 10mm hex head bolts I pointed out to you guys, those separate the intake from your TGV. So I have TGV deletes, so it got rid of like all the sensors, and there's basically like a like inside your intake flapper inside the TGVs. I had to get rid of those so I could run my side feed injectors. In order to do the side feed on the 05, probably 04 and 05, in order to do them, you have to TGV delete. I got these off of IAG's website. For the set, it was like $250. You know, not bad. Could be cheaper, but very nice quality. I went with the black powder coated just because I'm not trying to have 12 different colors and 30 different things going on in this engine bay. So yeah, there's one on each side. It comes with no, it did not come with new gaskets. You always want to replace those after pulling something apart like that. So, and then here, after I get that all off, I'll be pulling the power steering pump. Alternator was already pulled. Power steering pump. Let's see here. Yeah, you got a bolt down here at the bottom, and then one back up in here that's going to be much easier to get to. Yeah, back down in there, much easier to get to once the intake's off. And yeah, that will release the power steering pump. Valve. That's coming off next. We're gonna be putting a clear one on. Do like a purple belt or something crazy, something to spice it up a little bit, give it that little extra pop. But yeah, once the intake's off, I can get my wiring harness. That will be coming out. I like to label things. Fuck all that stuff standing there trying to click one with one. Granted, most of them, you know, have one place to go, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier, especially if you know it's gonna be a long project until it goes back into its home, which it's gonna be. So I labeled it all on the motor, car, transmission, everything labeled. But yeah, this intake won't be going back on. I'm gonna be going with a big bad boy, one of the Process West. Not sure if I want to run my piping out the front or if I want to do the factory style and loop up through the engine bay, but I'm trying to clean it up, so it's probably coming out the front. And I don't know, I'm sure most of you probably do it. I baggy and label everything. It makes life so much easier. Just take the extra time, tag it, bag it, send her on home. So yeah, I'm gonna start tearing this thing apart. I will keep you updated. All right, so got the motor on the engine stand. Pretty easy. We just bolted in where the transmission mounts up to. 4 points, solid. Always repping the Milwaukee. There's nothing better. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start tearing down the heads. We're gonna get the heads off of this thing. So I'm gonna start by getting my coil packs out here and here, and then we're gonna start pulling the valve cover off. That's gonna get powder coated, both of them. Anything that can be powder coated is gonna get powder coated, just because I want to have a clean ass Subi and a fast one. So we're gonna go ahead and spend the extra and do it. So we'll go ahead and start getting this thing tore down. So went ahead, got the one valve cover off. I am honestly impressed with how clean this thing is on the inside. As you can see, all the valves are still there. I mean, there's like barely any wear on these cams. Very impressed. Car's got 78,000 miles on it. Original motor. Yeah, I mean, not too shabby. Got a little bit of the 2-day oil in there. That stuff still looks good. I don't see any metal chunks in it. So we're gonna go ahead and bounce on over here to the other side, get her torn off. Same as this side, nothing different. So, oh, there she is. I'm excited to see what the inside of this motor looks like. Never torn apart a Subaru motor, so this is a first. So we got both valve covers cracked open. Both sides all look incredibly beautiful, which is great because I wasn't looking to spend like another $2 grand on a set of used heads. So that means I can get my factory ones ported, polished, all that good shit. So we're gonna go ahead and start tearing the timing apart on it so we can get the heads off finally. Get those off, get all the internals out of them, the cams, all that good shit. Valves, since they're all still there, thank God. And then we're gonna go drop those off to Slow Motion Motorsports and let them work their fucking magic. Bad bitches are gonna be handling some power, so yeah, we'll get going on tearing that shit down. I mean, it's all pretty straightforward. You got pretty much a bolt for each part. Take a lot of pictures, that's what I do. Take a bunch of pictures and then you know how it goes back together. Pictures and baggies save your fucking life on putting stuff back together. Oh, and tagging it. I tag everything, as you can see. Makes it much more simple putting everything back together. Speeds the process up a lot. Pretty much all the timing is off. All the pulleys, except for these guys. We got the pull the cam out, and that should be about it before I can separate these. I mean, I could separate them now actually, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we'll get to it.